Welcome back to my channel. It's been so long. I've literally tried to get into a schedule of filming, and of course I had to get sick and I had this really bad cold sore infection, so it turned into a secondary infection. So I spent the whole day in urgent care on my birthday and it sucked really bad. So finally I'm healing and I feel so much better because I literally could not eat or even talk. So I'm really glad to be able to have my health back. So hopefully next month will be good and I'll be healthy, because literally since I've been pregnant, I've literally been sick with something each month. So today we're gonna be talking about the aesthetic of mob wives and if it's problematic, or just basically what I think about the whole mob wife aesthetic. I think that aesthetics in general are just Gen Z's way of trying to find something that they belong to, and I feel like Gen Z is definitely having an identity crisis when it comes to who they are, and I feel like a lot of Gen Z struggle with being more than just a Pinterest board or a walking Pinterest board. And it's not to be people can't enjoy aesthetics. Obviously I like aesthetics, I like things that are aesthetically pleasing, but I feel like a lot of people just copy and paste things that they see on TikTok. With the mob wife aesthetic, for example, people are like, the clean girl aesthetic is out in 2024 and the mob wife aesthetic is in.
Clean girl is out, mob wife era is in, okay? Starbucks and black puffers are out. We're wearing vintage furs all winter. All really need to step into our mob wife era. We're already seeing, the cheetah prints, the sparkle, the glitz, the glam, the furs, the big hair. This is just a vibe. Carmela Soprano walked so you bitches could run. She's got the big hair, the stacks. Look at that tennis necklace. I think bold glamour is making a comeback because who doesn't want to be this?
You based your whole life off of this aesthetic 1 year, and supposedly you're all about drinking green smoothies and going to Pilates and wearing minimal makeup, but now you're gonna change your whole personality because this is what is trending. Of course, with the mob wife aesthetic, a lot of people who are of Italian American descent have spoken out and been like, this isn't cool, you guys are culturally appropriating our culture. And there's this one TikTok that I saw of this person where she talks about what it's actually like being a mob wife, and she literally shows Polaroids of what she looked like when during this time. I don't think she's married to him anymore. I think he might be incarcerated. I'm not really sure the whole story, but I'll put her or link her TikTok in the description.
I am a former mob wife. So let's talk about it. I'll show you what it looks like with actual Polaroid pictures. This little white girl saying clean girl is out, mob wife aesthetic is in, crack me up, because let me tell you what that sounds like and looks like if you are not the ethnicity that belongs in the Sopranos, because I was that. I was a early 20s mob wife. My ex-husband was represented by the son of the lawyer who represented Jimmy Hoffa. So if you're not Italian, you look like trashy white girl, drug dealer's wife. And let me tell you what that looks like. Bleached hair, root to tips. You look like you just walked out of the mall by Las Vegas and Henderson with all the colors and the fake fur. All your clothes are cheap and trashy. They're not real, they're knockoffs. But your jewelry in your car is. It looks like spending Saturday night with your nose to the carpet while the DEA raids your house. And you have no idea why, because he just owns a landscaping company. As you watch them take bricks and bricks of hundreds out of your basement. The hundreds that you're usually throwing one by one into slot machines downtown. It looks like I got a brand new Corvette for my birthday when I turned 22. True story. It looks like your husband rides around in a BMW 740, but you have to keep the windows down because of the tint being too dark that you'll get a ticket. And you always have to be the lookout for cops for him because there's no registration or insurance. Because some guy that owed him money said drive it till the wheels fall off. So if you're a white girl, it's not really a vibe. They should call it dumb girl. Because that was me.
But I do think that it's just ridiculous how much Gen Z aestheticizes just everyday. I thought it was cute at first in the quarantine with Y2K or ballet core and stuff like that, right? But then when it starts going into this kind of territory of, I don't know, just fashion styles that have been around for a while. Obviously this stemmed from TikTok. Like I've said, it's usually just on TikTok. I don't really see or know anyone in real life that's like, oh yeah, I'm part of mobcore aesthetic. You know, like I don't really see that too often. And maybe like the clean girl aesthetic or whatever. There's that other one that like really, I just don't understand what the heck is office siren core.
How to dress like an office siren. First, start with a fitted blouse, turtleneck, or high neck tank. Next, a pencil skirt or low-waisted fitted trousers. For shoes, a pointed kitten heel. Put your hair either up and a little undone or down and sleek. The most important part, a pair of rectangular glasses. Work bag is optional, and that's it.
Like, it's giving the same thing when people were like, this is strawberry girl makeup, this is tomato girl makeup, and it's just red blush. We're so bored, like Gen Z is so bored that they need to like title everything. Like, not everything needs a title. Or even like, was it Hailey Bieber when she was like, oh, this is a brownie lip, and this has literally have been things that have been done in like Latinas in the 90s would like wear this kind of makeup, and then now a white girl is saying like, this is a brownie lip.
Really? A brown glazed lip? So I'm called ghetto when I do it, but when a white girl does it, she's not? Like, I get I'm not that tan, but I'm still a Latina. So I'm gonna show you guys how to actually do the proper brownie glazed lip. So the reason why we would wear such dark lip liner with gloss is because beauty brands didn't have the exclusivity or right colors for our skin tone. It was all about the Barbie pinks that don't look good with our olive/yellow toned skin tones. So we would resort to eyeliners and eyebrow pencils. So you're gonna grab a really dark lip liner because now we have more inclusivity. You're gonna line these sides of your lip and then try to make the arch really prominent, just like this. And then you're gonna do that to the bottom. Don't blend, add your favorite gloss, and that's how a Latina does it.
I mean, it's bound to happen because, like, at this point, there's nothing truly original. Like, everything's pretty much done. Like, everyone takes inspiration from something. I just think that Gen Z is just so lost in, like, who they are. And it just doesn't give, like, a real personality outside of TikTok. And I've noticed this a lot, that just, like, heavily curated things, like, are nice and everything. But then there's, like, no substance. Like, there's no personality. There's no individualism. Even though we have all these people claiming that they're so different with their aesthetics and style and whatever. The only person I can think of that's actually like truly like herself is Sarah Camps, and I follow her on TikTok, and I'll also link her in the description, because like she does not care about what is trending in aesthetics or whatever. She just literally just wears what she likes and doesn't care what anyone else thinks. Like, I just think that it's kind of sad that people like literally rely on TikTok to find out what kind of person they're gonna be this year, or what kind of person they're gonna be for the next 3 weeks until this micro trend dies like every single other one does. It's just like the same like micro trends with like, and I'm guilty of this too, like falling for it, but like the squiggly mirror thing and checkers. I feel like that's gonna be like Gen Z's like millennial kind of stereotypical millennial kind of decor, if you guys know what I mean. Like, millennial decor just reminds me of like Live Laugh Love and like Ray Dunn at Ross or something, and I feel like Gen Z definitely has that too, and I'm curious to see what Gen Alpha's like cringy decor, stereotypical decor is gonna be like. This whole mob life aesthetic thing has really divided a lot of people. Like, there are people that are of Italian or Sicilian descent and that are like, well, I don't really care that people are doing this, blah 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 blah. And I know it's supposed to be like lighthearted and it's supposed to be like, it's not that serious, it's not that deep, but like I think it tells a lot about how Gen Z like just literally relies on trends. I feel like creatively, I feel like it just kind of prohibits actual creativity. Even though I just said like there's nothing really truly innovative or creative, there's still things that you can do to make it yours, or just gather certain inspirations that you have. I just think like constantly labeling people's like everyday clothing of like what they wear, like the constant need to label everything, I think it's a little tiring, it's a little cringy. I made a TikTok of I made a get ready with me TikTok talking about like all the things that I hate, and this was one of them. It's just a constant cycle of aesthetics, and it just goes into like our overconsumption, consumerism, late stage capitalism that causes us to want to constantly strive and reach something that we probably will never attain. Everything on TikTok's like, this is how to be a mob wife aesthetic. You need these things: to wear all black, to wear these boots, to have a big fluffy coat, and to wear like smudged eyeliner and red lipstick, and you always have to have a cigar and wine in hand. There's like that one TikTok of Michaela Nagoya, and it's so cringy. It's like, why are we like, can we just have like a non-aesthetic aesthetic? Like, can we like just be ourselves? And I'm not saying like it's like you're a terrible person if you partake in aesthetics. Like, I personally love like coquette. I think that's really cute, but also just like kitschy things like cute pie babies and monchi-chis and vintage stuff like the 60s. I really like that era and all the silhouettes with it. And obviously not everyone has to like the same thing. That's like literally not what I'm saying at all, but I just think that Gen Z is definitely having a hard time grasping who they really are outside of social media and outside of just like having to have perfectly curated feeds and all this kind of stuff, you know. And I really feel like this prohibits creativity as artists because we're constantly trying to battle an algorithm that doesn't favor us. And if you're not hopping onto these trends, which I feel like is why a lot of people do it, is because it feeds the algorithm. Having these many trends at a time just really hurts artists, and social media isn't the same that it was before. I feel like before it was more beneficial to artists. It doesn't matter what kind of artist you are, but you were able to reach an audience. But now it's just a lot of regulations and rules, and the thing with like TikTok wanting to only have now like landscape videos instead of like a vertical video, just completely doing a 360 of what creators have been doing. I just think like adding all these aesthetics is just tiring. Like, it's so hard to keep up, and I don't understand why Gen Z constantly makes these rules for themselves and constantly makes it harder for themselves. Like, it's like the same way that how the Kardashians set the beauty standards for themselves. Like, they could literally just be themselves, and they would have so much influence of what the beauty standard is in the US and just like pop culture in general. I wish for this year and hoping this year that we like calm down with the aesthetics and just enjoy individuality with the scarceness that is individuality, and just enjoy things and not categorize things by aesthetic, but just by things that we genuinely like. Just like finding yourself. I feel like it's really hard for Gen Z. I hope that this year we can see less of the curated aesthetics and just more individuality and just cool content creators and people that aren't following trends, maybe even studying them. I just personally don't like trends, but there's always going to be trends as long as people platform certain people, and I guess it's just the way that things go. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys like the mob wife aesthetic? I'm just low-key glad that the clean girl aesthetic is out, because I was so bored of seeing the same TikTok with just different content creators. Like, I can only watch so many soaped brow videos, and I can't. Like, I'm all for just skipping a video when I don't like it. I don't leave hate comments or whatever, but it's like, man, like, I don't know how many times I have to tell the algorithm like I don't want to watch any more clean girl TikTok videos. Like, show me some full inspiration from MUAs that actually are like have artistry. Yeah, I think that's the end of today's video. Let me know what you guys think, and I will try to post hopefully another video before this month ends, but I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
But you were always on my mind, but you never were there, 'cause you never